some sister girls, they be slanging, bitch. Bitch, I ain't shaving for no nigga in 2025. He telling me he want me to help him double team this top, bitch.
They call me the captain, the catwalk assassin. When they know what's slapping, then here come the yapping. All of this snitching and all of this bitching. Just a fishing expedition, dumb admission in the kitchen. Cooking up them chickens, extra leg, but I ain't even trying to kick it. Country, petty. All the same to me, plain Jane spaghetti.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Today I just wanted to make a video, hands-free. It's crooked, but we gonna work with this. Today I just wanted to make a video about when the girls put you in the friend zone. It's not fun. And you know, it's one thing when you are in a straight community and you know you getting friend zone in that sense, but it's another thing when you in a gay community and basically everybody is possibly compatible with one another, but because you know maybe you're too feminine, or maybe you're too similar to that person, or maybe you just don't check those boxes, you can get friend zone very easily, especially when you are more feminine presenting, more balanced as y'all like to say, or more just queer gendered, more queer individual. And I just wanted to talk about that experience today because you know it's an experience that we all have to deal with and we all have to accept, but at the same time it can be a little like disheartening sometimes. Not disappointing per se, a little disappointing, but it's just like you can't control what people are attracted to, you can't control what people like. But I do wish that people were more open to more types of individuals.
I hate to say it, but the black gay community's beauty standard is so narrow. Let me preface real quick, okay? You cannot speak on what you haven't experienced. So me as a black gay man, my experience. There is so many conditions on black gay love. A lot of times it's a colorism thing for me personally, like being dark, it's an automatic masculine. It's an automatic BBC, automatic, you understand? It's not just from the outsiders in the community, it's from my own. But even when we get past to like attraction on like what couples look like, right? It's so narrow that the couples start looking the same. Notice it, right? You'll notice that the couples are like dark and light. And a lot of times the dark one is the top. I know somebody's like, oh no. There's nobody can tell me otherwise because I've watched it for so long. Fat phobia, right? Because I personally, I'm attracted to thicker men. I'll say something to like my friends and they're like, oh, you a chaser. Oh, so even being thicker is a fetish. So that's even a condition. Masculinity, femininity, that's another condition. I'm not gonna lie, I do in the future, I just envision a brown skin partner. But seeing two my color, the same shade, is rare. And I know somebody gonna say, go where you're loved, go where... I love black folk, black men, black people, okay? I wanna go there. And I think that is such like, don't tell me that. Don't tell me to go where I'm loved to find, because I can't find it within my own. Don't piss me off. I really hate that answer because it's like, well, we're not talking about the real here. It's often the same thing, the same struggle, the same issue. And nobody talks about it, and I think it's weird. Straights won't really understand. They'll understand in certain ways, but they won't understand, you know? It's weird. And I hate it.
And of course that comes with time, and that comes with that person's own evolution and stuff. So you can't really put a time on that, when that'll happen, if that'll happen, this, that, the other. That doesn't make it hurt any less. That doesn't make it any less disheartening, if you will. I've just noticed that, I'll just say this, and I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm not asking nobody to change themselves or nothing. I just ask, you know, and I ask this on a lot of my videos about a multitude of topics. I just ask that everyone look into why they are attracted to what they are attracted to. If there are things that they do like that they don't feel comfortable expressing or going towards, or trying to seek out, and work on why you're holding yourself back from those things. But also, I want you all to try to imagine yourself going outside your comfort zone a little bit. You know, of course we all like what we like, but some things we don't know if we like them until we try them, or until we at least entertain the idea of them. And a lot of times I feel like we just don't entertain the idea of things. Yes, I predominantly bottom, but during my abstinence journey, I have definitely been exploring the idea of topping more or being more versed and seeing what that looks like for me or what that could look like for me. And that's just something that I do, and that's just something that I do not only when it comes to relationships and sex, but I also do this I also do this with a multitude of topics and stuff. So just with my healing work and just with me just really figuring out myself and stuff, because a lot of people like to say they know themselves and they've known themselves, but a lot of times we know ourselves to a comfortable point, to where we feel like we know ourselves enough, not completely know ourselves, you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of times we don't like to do that exploring and getting to know more of ourselves in that sense. So that's just what I asked you all to do. But other than that, and back to the friend zone shit, I feel like we tend to put people in boxes. I've expressed this in some of my more recent videos when it comes to like heteronormativity and all that other kinds of stuff. We tend to put people in boxes, especially based on their gender expression in the context of gay male, gay man relationships, especially black, gay, and I say, a lot of times in my videos I say black, gay. If you can, you know, relate as an Asian person, a white person, whatever ethnicity or race you are, if you can still relate, that's totally fine. But I like to speak from the gay black perspective, because that's a perspective that I'm very aware of, that I'm used to, that I've had experience with, and that I feel comfortable speaking to wholly. I just noticed, especially in the black, gay, queer community, that we tend to put each other in these boxes. Whereas if this person wears a skirt, or if this person has a higher pitched voice, or they're more expressive with their hands when they talk, they are a feminine person, and therefore I am not attracted to them. But that's just presentation. That's just how that person presents in front of you most of the time. That has nothing to do with their actual personality, or how they act, or how they dress on any other day than that day you saw them. And I feel like other contributing factors with this is body type and this, that, the other. Because I've noticed that men that have more burly muscles, broadly muscles, I don't even know the term, what I'm trying to say, but that tend to have a more athletic physique, that tend to be a lot more muscular, are a lot easier. It's a lot easier for people to put them in that masculine box, even though nothing about them is masculine outside of their aesthetic alone. And so those people are a lot more open-minded to people like that than someone that may check even more feminine boxes apart from the body. And I feel like we just don't give each other enough chances. And that's not to say that, you know, you have to date a feminine man if you don't want to date a feminine man. That's just to say that you should stop writing people off so fast when you don't know them, you don't know their personality, and you don't know if you would actually like them. But to my experience, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story real quick. I don't know if I've ever told this story before, but one time it was this guy, you know, we was chilling. He came over, I met him on Grindr. This was years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago, like not even 2, but like 3-4 years ago. And he came over. He was so cute to me, and I could tell that he was attracted to me as well. We matched. Match means both of us brought some marijuana, something that we wanted to partake in. I don't do other drugs. I'm just trying to give an example of what match means. And then we smoked it together, and then we just chilled basically. But we also, I thought, were supposed to be hooking up. So, and then we got to the hookup section of the, and basically, come to find out, bitch, he a verse bottom just like I am. But his profile wasn't saying that, and he wasn't talking like that in them fucking messages. At least to say, we was trying our best to work it out, but it just wasn't working out because we did not have that communication beforehand, and we really didn't have that communication during, because a lot of times when it comes to hookups, we think it's suck, fuck, go. And a lot of times, and sometimes that's easy to do, and that's what it is. But when you're getting to know somebody, you're hanging with somebody, you're chilling with somebody, I implore everybody to talk about sex. Talk about what you like with your partner. Talk about these things before you do it. I know, some of y'all feel like, well, I shouldn't have to do that if this just is one-off situation. But, and some people like the idea of apologizing instead of asking. Don't ask, just apologize. Meaning, try the thing, and then if I don't like it, or if the other person doesn't like it, then apologize for that thing, rather than, asking, do you like this, do you like that? I personally, I like to be asked, do you like this, do you like that? Or like they try it and see if I like it, or ask me if I like it, because then we have a clear communication. They know what I'm liking, I know what they like, and we know what's making each other feel nice. And because we, essentially possibly want to please each other, or I want to please them, they want to please me, whatever the situation is, and that's that. So we're in this situation, and bitch, he asking me to like walk across the room sexily and shit, but then it's like, I don't know how you want me to walk across the room, because for me, it all comes to roles. What I learned when it comes to Grindr and stuff, it comes down to roles. A man may say he want a mask for mask, bitch, I can play that mask role real quick for you. A nigga say he wants some film, bitch, I'll go shave right now. Bitch, how film? What about it? Well, no, let me retract that, because bitch, I ain't shaving for no nigga in 2025, in 2024, and in 2023. I ain't shaving for no nigga unless I really want to. But if it's worth that, I will. Anyway, but yeah, you get the gist of the point. Like, I can play these roles if it come down to it, because a lot of times I get put in that film role anyway, so it's just so easy for me to be film. But then again, when it comes to sexuality and stuff and what people like, they don't like my type of femininity or that box that I get put into. They like that high film. They like shaven face, or they just like what they like. Either that being no body hair, or that being that person wears hair, has like longer hair and wears skirts and stuff, and wears skirts during sex, or wears thongs, or it's just very whatever. And when you're dealing with hookup culture, that's what you get. You get a mix of people that like different shit, so you can never know. And I was always somebody that was willing to do whatever. But back to the story, he like walk across the room or like do whatever, and he was trying to, we both was just out of our comfort zone. And basically we just ended up kind of friend zoning each other. But for me, when somebody isn't acting like a friend, like we can really be friends outside of anything sex related, I'm typically not going to be that person's friend. We can agree that like, hey, let's be friends, let's do whatever, but that doesn't mean I'm actually going to do it, or that's actually going to work out. It just sounds good in theory. And so in that situation, we did talk a little bit. We never exchanged numbers. I think we exchanged snaps. He replied very slowly, which was a sign, but he was also busy and stuff, which I understood. Niggas always busy. Anyway, and that, on that point, let me get to that, because I know that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not somebody that's clingy, that just needs somebody to talk to me all day. You tell me you busy, I understand, but if you don't tell me nothing, how can I know what the fuck going on? I digress. He hits me up. I have no problem texting back now. He telling me he want me to help him double team this top, bitch. And then I'm like, well, bitch, is the top even attractive to me, bitch? Because I know that a lot of men, they like athletic, slim build. Bitch, is giving thickums over here. Like, it's giving ass and hips and body. That's what it's giving. And every nigga can't handle that, and every nigga don't like that, or say they don't like that. So I was like, whatever. But basically, before all that, it just completely turned me off, because one, I don't like sharing dick. 2, you hit me up about this, and you was just about to be my top not too long ago. Like, you was just about to be my top for real. And it didn't work out, but now you just hit me up out the blue, talking about some bottom shit, when your shit said first top. Bitch, now you want me to go bottom with you for a whole nother nigga? I was just like, I just wasn't feeling it. I was not feeling it. And so that completely turned me off, and then that was the end of that. I just wanted to tell that story really quick. And I just feel like that's how a lot of people see these relationships, like it can only be one way or not at all. Once he realized I was more bottom, and he came to the truth for himself that he was more bottom, he just saw me as a sister girl. No, because let me really highlight how vast the switch up is once that person puts you in that sister girl position, because I don't feel like it's talked about enough. Once you get put in the sister girl position, all of a sudden it's, oh, hey girl, hey boo, da da da, all that come out. Bitch, and it just feels disrespectful. It just almost feels disrespectful, because why haven't you been talking to me like that this whole time? Like, and and not even that, it's more so disrespectful because you can actively see like they trying to play in your face. Like you can actively see they playing with you, like they keying, and it ain't funny. I'm not in on a joke, because y'all, this is such a gay experience, which I think can range across the sexualities and range across the spectrum, because I think we all know that feeling when someone isn't attracted to you anymore, or when someone decides they're not attracted to you anymore, and then going forward how they treat you afterwards. Whether that's a vast change, whether that is them being more comfortable with you, whether that is them being more feminine with you, rather than that's the part, because like that was that. And I feel like a lot of times we see each other as sister girls when we could be seeing each other as mates. We could be, cause some sister girls, they be slanging, bitch. And not even, you don't even have to be the biggest and the girthiest or this, that, the other. But what I mean, when I mean by slanging, I could mean like slanging me. But them bitches also know how to motherfucking stroke, bitch. They be up in that shit. Bitch, better than these masculine niggas that just be wanting to stick it in, and boom, bap, bam. But then complain about somebody having a loose hole, but you want to be able to just stick that shit in. Bitch, what planet are y'all fucking from? Back to Earth. I just have dealt with that a multitude of times with just being friend zone, and I've friend zone people myself, don't get me wrong, just people that I'm not attracted to. And it wasn't the fact that they were feminine, and it wasn't the fact that they were too masculine or anything like that. It was just simply that I was not attracted to that person. Because I feel like for me, and maybe some of y'all, you have those people or that type of feminine person, that type of masculine man that you are like. And I'm the same way. Now, for me personally, I don't know why I'm telling y'all what this is. Okay, like I was saying, my phone overheated. I like nails. I don't like acrylic. I can do acrylic nail, but I can't do the long stiletto nails. I mean, it's not my body, this, that, the other. And low-key, I could do long stiletto nails, but it's just the aesthetic of the nails, the lashes, maybe wigs. I can do a wig every now and again. But like, it gets to a point, child. It gets to a point of just, and I'm trying to work through that myself. But it's just, even if I was straight, I wouldn't like lashes. I wouldn't like lashes on my girlfriend. This and the other. Not saying that it's my choice or whatever, but it's just like I just don't like the aesthetic, and it's just not attractive to me. Let me rephrase that. Bitch, I don't like lash clusters that look like caterpillars. I like when lashes are done right. When they look good. I like that. I could do a lash like that. And with nails, my first mind goes to you trying to stick that long ass acrylic nail in my ass, which you're not going to do. first of all. But my anus quivers and winks in a bad way whenever I see a long ass stiletto nail or one of those like them like pointy nails. I be like, bitch, stay away from me. And also, I be taking that as a sign that you don't top, because tops be liking to stick their finger in places. Not all of them, but some of them. We know when lesbians, when they keep their nails short, y'all be paying attention to that. So it's the same thing here, same situation, same rules. You're not finna stick that long ass shit cutting me up, cutting my insides up with your long ass fucking nail. And even with me saying all this stuff that I'm not attracted to, I still have my own exceptions. Like, I could date a drag queen. That wouldn't bother me. Just different stuff like that. But when it comes to... I'll just say it like this. When you don't do it well, when the makeup doesn't look good, when the wig doesn't look good, like when it just doesn't look good and it just gives cheap, I'm not attracted to that. Let me rephrase, because some people out here be doing it well, and that don't bother me whatsoever. But when it's done, when you look cheap, take that somewhere else. Go pull some trade at the gas station. I'm not the intended audience. I'm sorry. But I can do other things. I can do certain other things. If you look good to me in it, that's what it is. It's not the fact that you have them. It's if you look good to me, if you look attractive to me wearing those things, then I can do it. But otherwise, girl, hey girl, and see, and that's why this conversation is so funny and so tricky. But I feel like I'm somebody that's like able to navigate that within myself and critique that within myself, and I just see it as, okay, that's just what I like. I want to look at it like, why do I not like these things, or what is it about this? And I know it probably comes down to like the gender constructs and how we've constructed gender in our society, and what a man is, what a woman is, and if certain things align more with what a woman is. Me being a gay person that like men. Let me clarify yet again. It's not a man, I like men, because I've heard that so many times, and that's not what I'm saying here. I think with media and the stuff that we grew up watching, people that's in my age range, and even before, what we grew up watching, we were told a man looks like this. So when we became attracted to men, we didn't have no queer representation of what a man could look like. We're just not navigating this in our adult years, and we're having to break down some of those things, some of those toxic things about masculinity and manhood. Some better than others. But I feel like because we didn't have that queer representation, we were told that effeminate men were ugly, or that they were distasteful, and all these things, whether it was blatant or whether it was covert, we still had those messages within us. And I think a lot of people are still playing those things out today. And so they seek a particular type of man that's not a queer man, that's probably not even a heel man, but that is the epitome of manhood. And that's more so what I'm trying to say. And I'm probably going to clarify that in my later video. I'm just stopping again to say what I need to say, even though I'm probably going to correct myself anyway. But we'll see what Chris does. What is traditionally a man, I may not be as attracted, you get what I'm saying, to someone that aligns more with woman aesthetics. And that's something that people say all the time. I'm gay because I like men, la, 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 la. And I don't like that, because I feel like it's a dig at people that are more effeminate. And that's not the point that I'm trying to bring home. I'm just trying to express why I feel like some people are like that, or why we get like that. And especially like looking at the relationships we saw growing up. Because, you know, a lot of times we tell people to defend gayness like, hey, I grew up only seeing heterosexual relationships, and that's part of the problem. let's clock it. I mean, not let's clock it. Let's make that up. That's part of the problem. All we've ever seen in cartoons and everything were these heteronormative ideals. And so, if we see ourselves, if we put ourselves in that feminine box, or if society puts us in that feminine box or that masculine box, with the relationships we've seen, the examples we've seen, we know that masculine being or that masculine man is gonna need a feminine man, or that feminine man is gonna need a masculine man. And so that's what we put out. That's what we tend to align our attractions with. And so I feel like that could be a problem. But all in all, I'm stopped. I'm at home now, so I can pick it up. But all in all, I don't mind. You like it what you like, of course, like y'all know this. But I just want y'all to critique why we're like that. And also just try to be more open to people, because you may write off all feminine men, but then it's that one feminine man that you like all over. You can't stop texting and stuff. So let's stop being so edgy, so square with our attractions and what we say we're attracted to, when that is subject to change continuously. Know that you are loved. You are beautiful in the way you are. Don't change for these niggas. Please don't change for these niggas. If you feminine, girl, you know that validates your gender. You know that the way you express your gender validates you. It makes you feel good about yourself and makes you feel confident. So don't ever change that for no nigga, or for no nigga to be attracted to you. And that's the boat I'm in right now. I feel like I just have certain factors about myself that maybe, conventionally people just don't go towards per se, not immediately. And so I've grown to be okay with, whatever. I'm okay with not everybody being liking me, and that's a good thing. That means you're unique if everyone doesn't like you. Irregardless. Yeah, I just want us to be a little more open. That's all. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Again, it's short. I'm a person of little words nowadays, because I feel like I get to my point in 15 minutes or less, and that's just what it is. And cause if I keep talking, I'm just gonna start rambling and talking in circles, and y'all don't want that. So everybody have a good day. I hope y'all take heed to what I said, critique yourself, heal, and just do better. That's all. Y'all have a good one. See y'all later.